Morning, Bob.
Yes, sir.
His capacity for innocent enjoyment, sent enjoyment, is just as great as any honest man. Bicycles arrived today.
Sorry, sir?
The new push bikes. I'll be in at parade to have a word about them.
Oh, right, sir.
Bum, 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 bum.
I expect to see you in this morning.
Yeah, well, I spent all day yesterday at the hospital. There's nothing I can do there, though.
Well, how is he now?
Look, the rest of him's falling apart, but his heart's as strong as an ox.
Morning, Ackland.
Good morning, sir. I mean, they're even talking about maybe letting him home in a couple of days' time.
Morning, Sarge.
Yeah?
Morning, Jules.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
Look, they're one down in the CAD room today. Do you want to have a day inside? Can you hear the phone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that's all right.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks, sir.
Morning, men.
Morning, Bob.
Morning, Alec.
Hello, Robert.
You're in early this morning. Playing in the CAD room, is it?
Yep, 8 hours of uninterrupted sitting down.
Oh, what would you do without it, eh?
Go sick a lot.
Anyway, so we're there. Put it
Morning, Alec.
What's that?
no trouble at all.
Bum, 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 bum.
Morning, Sarge.
Hey, Marvin. Hey, today's the day. Hey? Operation Mushroom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sarge, why mushroom?
Because you keep him in the dark and feed him on horse shit.
Morning, Gallus.
You better get jumped out.
I'm fed up with flats anyway. I want to go back to Club 1830.
Morning, lady.
You're in a section house.
Yeah, but it's all laid on for you there, isn't it, eh?
Oh, Mr. Blue-Eyed Probations, do you, Nick?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Morning, team.
Morning.
Morning, Sarge.
We're thin on the ground, aren't we? Right, first things first.
Sorry, I'm late, Skipper.
Defective traffic lights, junction of Commercial Road and Tamling Street. Any volunteers for point duty?
Not really.
Come on, it has stopped raining. Well, temporarily.
Sorry, I'm late, Sarge.
Oh, no problem, Edwards. I've just penciled you in for today's plum job.
Traffic lights are out to Tambling Street again.
Yeah.
Traffic's snarling up already.
You'll soon have it sorted.
What? Oh, give us a break, Sarge.
Yeah, I will, about 9:30. All right, Viv, number 3 foot patrol and the school crossing at Mantry Juniors. And ignore the lorry drivers, I don't want any accidents. Sure, Panda 2, please. Smith, yes, van to the garage and then to the front desk. And Patel, number 1 foot patrol. June, CAD room as discussed. And Sergeant Peters has got some homemade cake, so you'll be well looked after today. All right, and the rest of you, watch out. Because I'm going to be out on the streets today, and if I don't see anyone, questions will be asked. Okay.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, sir.
How do you finish, Sergeant?
More or less, sir, yeah, just a few general notices.
May I?
Yes, of course, sir. Yeah, carry on.
Thank you. Just to say that our new bicycles have been delivered today, and that I shall be looking for a positive attitude towards both the machines and those who ride them. Now, you may say, of course, that the bicycle is no answer to armed robbery, to riots, to mugging, to drug abuse. But nothing better exemplifies the human-friendly face of policing than the bobby on his bike.
But aren't they meant for home beats, really, sir?
Primarily, yes. However, I don't see the fact that we're deficient in that quarter at the moment as any reason for not deploying our new resources. That being so, I would like 2 volunteers to mount up today to attend a community function on the Porterfield estate.
Porterfield Estate? Last time I was there, sir, I was sat inside an armoured carrier.
Exactly sure. But times change. They have to. Well, perhaps it would be appropriate if you were one of the heralds of the new era.
Me, sir?
You're an authorised cyclist, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I'm on Panda 2 today.
It's only for an hour at the end of the relief. And Edwards, I think.
What a surprise, eh?
I'll be glad of a change after point duty.
Yes, sir.
Right, I'll brief you both later. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you, sir.
Now listen, when I was at Dulwich, we had this traffic sergeant, right? He was a right evil soul. Yeah. So one day we got hold of his boots, we got one of the lads to go down the stables and... morning, Bob.
Right, Tom?
Yeah, fine, thanks. You?
Yeah, fine. June Ackland's going to cover in here today, OK?
Many thanks, Robert.
And I'm out on patrol, so you're going to have to pay for your own bleeding breakfast this morning.
You mean I can pay for it? So, We'll keep everything crossed, eh?
Nothing can go wrong. It's planning and teamwork, the very thing we in the Met are noted for.
Yeah, like I said, we'll keep everything crossed. Oh, morning, Jim. How's your dad?
Oh, not too bad, thanks.
Good.
Good. Yeah. Dates, lad?
Oh, no thanks, Alec. But early in the morning for me.
I think the best thing you can do, Mr. Grimwade, is to write to the Duchess of Bransby. You see, she takes a particular interest in this sort of thing, you know. So if you could just do your letter out again, address it to the Duchess of Bransby, I'm sure she'll be well pleased. OK then, sir. Do you think you can manage that? Right, oh, mind how you go, sir. Bye-bye, Mr. Grimwade.
Who's that man, Smith?
Oh, he's just a nutter, sir.
A nutter.
Well, he's one of our regulars, sir. Mr. Grimwade. Tell him to write to the Duchess of Bransby and he goes away well pleased.
And who exactly is the Duchess of Bransby?
Don't know, sir. I made her up a few months ago.
Oh, I see. Well, don't you think that's a rather insensitive way to deal with one of life's disadvantaged, Smith?
Well, not really, sir, no. I mean, that's what he comes in for. And like I said, he goes away happy. What more can I do?
Well, you can stop referring to such people as nutters for a start, Constable. Try putting yourself in Mr. Grimwade's place for once. Yes?
Yes, sir.
And ask Sergeant Peters to call me up as soon as the Chief Super gets in, will you?
Right, sir. Will do.
Was that Inspector Kite?
Certainly was.
Has he gone out?
Well, he had his cap and radio, Sarge.
What's he going out for? He never goes out on Mondays. He's got no right. Look, did he say?
No. But he wants you to ring him as soon as Brownlow gets it.
Why?
How should I know? He's probably checking up to see if he's not late.
Better not be.
Come on! Hold it, hold it. Come on! And move on. So you're managing to put up with this all right, then?
Sorry, Skipper?
Life at Sunhill.
I like it very much, yes.
Not getting too hard a time of it, the likes of Shaw and Edwards?
Well, they wind me up now and then. But they're good guys, really.
Well, occasional wind-up's all part of the game, provided it doesn't get too silly. I mean, what are mates for if not to take the piss out of, eh?
That's why I don't mind. I like being part of the team. That's the best thing. At home, my families, we're a team, but all Hindus. They all give us everything. 294, receiving.
Dinesh, a call received 222 Topsbridge Road. Mr. Hanley. A big gulp, but it sounds like a breaking and entry. Can you open the deal, please? That's 222 Topsbridge Road. No suspects received.
Yes, dear Oscar, will do. Topsbridge Road, Skipper.
Well, go on, it's your shout. You know where it is, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, then. Be quite nice round here.
Mr. Hamlin,
That bleeding time.
what seems to be the problem, sir?
It's my mum. She's been raped by a bleeding spade. I've got the old bill. About mum, you old twat. Well, don't just bleed and stand there.
You say she's been...
Raped. That's what I said. We was all asleep like. Then there is a crash. And this bloody great black guy comes busting in through the door. High on drugs, I suppose, like they all are.
Yeah.
Me and him's well pissed, like. Can't do nothing about it. He's got a knife anyway. Takes our money. But then he grabs Mum, pulls her down there on the floor, and...
When did this happen, sir?
How do I know? I passed out before I could get down to the phone. we'd had a bit of an all-night session, like I say. The old twat's birthday.
Let's make your mum a bit more comfortable, sir.
The bedroom's upstairs.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Okay.
Up.
Okay, stop. That's it, one more. Knock me down. All right.
Suicide.
All right, come on. Up.
Got it.
That's it. Come here. Right. Okay, right in the middle of that. Up. That's it. All right. Okay, sweetheart.
Right, sir.
Over you come.
Can you give us any sort of
Yes, over.
I told him he was big and black and he had a knife.
Yeah.
A young
All right.
Yeah.
Can you remember what he was wearing?
It was bleeding dark. I don't know, jeans and a dark t-shirt, blue I think.
It really would be a great help if you could be more precise about the time.
Well, I can't. Look, you just get out there and pull a few in. There's enough of them.
Well, yes. But your description.
Look, I'd know him if I saw him, all right? You just pull in a dozen and line them up. I'll pick the bastard out, no sweat.
We'll proceed with our inquiries then, sir.
Still asleep, is she?
Yeah. Yeah, she'll be all right. Police doctor will have to examine her, of course, sir.
How do you mean? She ain't hurt. Look, I don't want no one else mucking her about.
I'm afraid it always has to be done in rape cases, sir. I'll get someone round as soon as possible. Okay, wait outside, yeah? Had a key then, did he, Mr. Hamley?
What?
The intruder. That front door hasn't been forced.
No, well, we probably never locked it. We was all well...
Well pissed?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, excuse me. This place doesn't look as if it's been broken into. You know how they identify rapists, don't you, sir? You know how they prove beyond doubt who's done it? With human hair. They take a single hair from the head of the suspect and they analyse it. Then they take a sample of the fluids found on the victim's body and they analyse that. And if the elements match, that's your man. And of course, the first thing they have to do, it's a process of elimination, you see, is take a hair from the head of the victim's male relatives. That's your dad and you. You do understand what I'm saying, don't you, sir? Right. Well, the doctor will be here in less than an hour, and I get a WPC to come and talk to your mum, and she can do the necessary concerning the hair. And in the meantime, I'll,
Forget it.
Sorry?
Forget it, yeah?
With the intruder?
Yeah, I'm not sure about... I'm not sure it was... Forget it, please.
Somebody has tried to have sex with your mother, Mr. Hamley. I'll call back tomorrow when you're all sobered up.
The occupant of the flat claims that there's... Sorry,
Yeah.
Skipper?
9292 Sierra Oscar receiving, over.
Yes, Sarge?
Top Bridge Road, no further action, June. Looks like an all-night drinking session. Got themselves a little confused, over.
Right, thanks, Sarge.
Some stones are best left unturned, yeah? Fancy a cuppa? I know I do. Anyway, you're doing all right, Dinesh. But don't be in too much hurry to take this thing off, eh? I know you want to be polite when you go indoors, but suss the place out first. Could be a maniac behind the door with a hammer in his hand. I know it's not a crash helmet, but it helps.
Yeah, okay.
Right, I'll get off your back now. I'll see you later, huh?
Yeah, see you later. Thanks for your help, Skipper.
No, that's all right. See you later, Don.
Excuse me, mate. There's people trying to get up here.
It's off! Move your boxy arm! You better call it, son. I'm a police officer. You bollocks. Where's your warrant card? Get nicked. Stop that. Oh. I gotta show you warrant card if you won't let bleeding go. All right, son. You nicked. I genuinely need assistance. So what are you doing here? Oh! Easy!
You've got SO3 involved as well?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder you've never got the time to do any work, Alec.
Yeah, but the only fly in the ointment, you know, is this tree planting thing. I never allowed for...
Oh, Bob. All right. What are you doing in here? I'm not allowed to go for a piss when we're in the cab room. You look a bit hot and bothered. Getting too hard for the job, right? I just had to give one of your fellas a dig out.
Who's that?
Should be Carver.
He's not in yet, is he?
Super cops do it standing at bus stops.
She'd supers in, Sarge.
Right, bloody 10 minutes late.
If I'd let go, he could have stuck a knife in me for all I knew.
I told him as soon as I could, Sarge.
Not when I was getting on the bus, you never. You just started a bleeding rush.
I'm afraid it doesn't really matter whether you knew he was a police officer or not, sir. You see, under common law, every citizen has a right and duty to restrain another from causing a breach of the peace.
Do what?
You don't have to be a police officer to stop someone causing a riot by jumping a bus queue. This officer could have been Cinderella on her way to the ball. He'd have still been within his rights in doing what he did. Correct, PC Carver?
Yeah, too right, Sarge.
Excuse me, Tom, this is going to take very long.
That depends on Mr. Sturgis.
I see, right. Well, when you do eventually arrive for work, Carver, I've got a job for you upstairs.
Get off! Leave me alone! Get off!
Oh, morning, sir. The chief super's clerk asked me to give you these.
Oh, what are they?
And the cases thrown out by the CPS.
What, all of them?
Yeah. If you ask me, this Crown Prosecution Service is one big cocker.
I didn't ask you, Ellis.
Here, you haven't seen Taffy Edwards, have you? Only the clerk's got his exam results.
Is the chief super in now?
Excuse me, sir. Only the, well, I was first in the queue and it's Federation business.
Yes? Yes, Hollis. Jean, that's for D.I. Galloway.
I do have an appointment, sir. Made last Friday. To discuss the latest recommendations on civilianisation.
Nothing to discuss, is there? The field trial on front desk post has been a success. That's full steam ahead. I see no reason why Sun Hill shouldn't have a civilian on the front desk within 3 months.
Yeah, well, I don't like the idea at all, sir.
Oh, really? I understood the Federation were giving its full cooperation.
Yeah, well, I'm entitled to give a local view. And I think it's all wrong. Especially regarding the front desk. I mean, people coming into a police station expect to see a policeman. That is why they've come. We've already lost our soccos. Now it's the front desk. They're even experimenting with civvies in custody areas. But what's going to be next?
The collator?
Oh, no, look. They've only thrown out Ellison. That's a month's work down the drain.
Well, there's the Crown Prosecution Service for you. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
You don't seem very worried about it.
To be honest, I've given up worrying. I'll do my bit. If they can't do theirs, tough titties. It's the same old story. A good idea, no money to make it work. Like the police.
So Ollis coming out.
Morning, Ollis.
Sir?
Morning, sir.
See, in the good old days, you could take care of an evil bastard like Emerson by planting a shotgun in the boot of his car.
I'm not interested in the good old days, Ted. All I want is the CPS to accept good, real evidence and for you to stop pretending you don't give a toss when I know you do. Now, what are you doing today?
Time expired, con man.
All right, Gov. Finished downstairs, have you?
I'm sorry about that.
Hold up last night at Bloy Road filling station. It's all yours. Details on your desk.
Right, Gov.
And don't go by bus.
Well, don't feel you need to tell me, Brian. Just send it straight to heaven like you usually do.
I was thinking over the weekend about our lunchtime junketings on the Porterfield estate. Well, how about if we used a couple of bicycles?
Bicycles?
Our 2 new roadsters have been delivered this morning. I'm not suggesting you should actually ride one, sir.
You're not?
No. A couple of PCs. Well, they can meet us there, let the local kiddies sit on the saddle for photos, etc., while you plant the tree.
No, I'm not planting the damn tree. That's Harry Bracewell's job.
Unfortunately, sir, the CLO can't be with us. He rang on Friday after you'd gone home.
Backsliding bastard.
Oh, and as you'll now be the senior force representative present, I thought these might be helpful, sir. Just a few notes for your speech. I'll see you at midday, sir.
Thank you, Brian.
Morning, Roy.
Go away!
Oh, come on, Sarge. You won't be the only old crumbly there. Kevin's dad's coming.
Yeah, I don't want to cramp your style. Thanks for what I'm saying, Viv.
Nearly all the relief will be there.
Oh, then that's it. I certainly ain't going. What, Saturday night with Yorkie and Shaw? Stuff me.
Bob,
Sir?
are you busy?
I'm just about to get a bit of breakfast, sir.
Can I wait for 5 minutes?
Well, I expect so.
Shut the door. We need to have a chat, Bob.
Do we, sir?
I'm afraid so. What about? These, for a start. Warrants awaiting execution.
Just so I can see what they are, sir.
They've been lying in the correspondence since last Thursday. One in Shaw's, one in Martella's. 2 questions present themselves. First, why haven't the officers concerned dealt with them? Second, why haven't you ensured that they have?
Well, it's only Monday, sir.
And that makes it all right, does it? Only Monday.
Well, Shaw certainly never forgets a warrant. He loves them.
But you haven't seen fit to chase them up. You do check the correspondence regularly.
No, as it happens, sir, I don't anymore.
Oh? Might I ask why?
Well, I know that you'll be checking them anyway, sir. Seems a duplication of effort, I suppose, doing them.
You're saying I interfere?
Well, it is your prerogative, sir, but you are the first inspector I've had who's found interfering necessary.
You quite obviously resent that.
Well, let's put it this way, sir. I have been a copper now for 18 years, and 12 of them I've been a sergeant. I'm getting a bit old to be taught how to suck eggs.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Sergeant, because I'm getting a little impatient with the lackadaisical manner in which your relief conduct themselves.
Your relief, Inspector, not my relief. You're supposed to be the team leader.
Yes, and despite my repeated warnings...
Oh, yes, warnings. We get plenty of them. I'll say that for you, sir.
Their locker room is an absolute tip. Their dress is sloppy. They're unpunctual and frequently absent from their beats.
Warnings and bloody lectures. Policing by objectives. Hey, the image of the push bike. Had a stand at the bleeding urinal.
Don't you dare walk outside.
I'm not walking out, I am standing up, and there is no directive on that, is there, Inspector?
You may think you're a law unto yourself in this place, Sergeant Cryer, but you're not. The standard that I expect, the standard the modern service demands applies to you just as much as to others.
Clean shirt, regulation tie, polished boots, and you can check my locker too if you want to, sir. No crisp packets, no dirty books.
And when you're out... I know all your lads' watering holes, Sergeant. I've made it my business to find out. And yours as well. And may I say that, in my opinion, scrounging about at tea stalls is hardly the sort of example to set an impressionable young officer like Patel.
You've been spying on me? You have? You've been spying on me?
It's called supervision, Sergeant. An aspect of the job you sadly seem to neglect.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Melvin?
Message for you, sir.
Just put it in the tray, please.
It's marked urgent, sir.
Thank you, Melvin.
Yes, sir.
Had you finished, sir?
Yes, Sergeant. For the moment.
Having fun out there today, Sarge?
Hello, Roy. It's Brian. Look, I wonder if you could do me a bit of a favour. You know this tree planting ceremony on the Porterfield estate this morning? Well, something rather important's just cropped up. I don't suppose you'd be willing to...
To hold the Chief Super's hand? Yeah, why not? Shouldn't take too long, should it? Right, you're on. It's no problem, Brian.
I always think the CID should become more involved in the community aspect, don't you? Right. Cheers, then.
That's so funny.
Operation Mushroom, actually.
Miss Paul?
Yeah?
Jimmy Carver, CID at Sun Hill.
Yeah?
About the hold-up last night, you're on duty when it happened.
I'm always on duty.
Well, what I got here is the man was white, young, medium height, had a mask over his face and was carrying a handgun, probably a replica. You gave him what was in the till, that was £51.
Yep.
Did he speak at all?
Nah.
Now, is there anything you can give us by way of description? You know, what he was wearing, distinguishing marks?
He was well hung.
I'm sorry?
He was well hung. You know, he had a big one. Quite impressive.
You mean he had no clothes on?
Nothing at all. Well, except for the mask. Straight up. Not straight down, fortunately.
Why didn't you mention this last night then, Miss Paul, when the area car responded?
What, them couple of machos? Swaggering in here with the caps down over their eyes? But I wasn't going to give them a thrill. You seem harmless enough, though.
Come in.
This has just arrived for you, sir.
Thank you, Smith. Come in.
Excuse me, sir, the bicycles have just arrived.
Ah, right. Thanks, Tom.
We used to get 7pence a mile, you know, when I was your age.
To what, Sarge?
Bicycle allowance.
Oh. Excuse me, Gov, that hold-up guy was stark bollock naked.
Yeah, I know, he's just done another one.
What, in broad daylight?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's the same little bugger who's been posing as a milkman.
Yeah, well, we think there's Terry Atchison. Only trouble is, he's supposed to be in Scotland at the moment. What is the MO?
Well, he goes into some tatty-looking corner shop, says he's a health inspector, and has a look out for some time-expired sausages, and then offers the honour the choice of being reported or giving a hefty contribution to the NSPCC.
Which he collects. Yeah, well, that sounds like Terry's style, right?
Reg?
Yeah?
I'm sorry, Ted. How are you on the ghoulies?
Oh, sorry, mate.
Look, I'm after a guy whose idea of a disguise is to wear sod all.
No, what, is he a rapist?
No, armed robber, filling stations. Well, it's a replica, actually.
A replica?
The gun.
Oh, I see. What is he, black, white?
He's white.
White, yeah, well... I haven't got anything on file, well, I don't think. Bo have just notified of a dipper with a wooden leg, and I've had a couple of reports of a flasher over on the common. Well, he's black.
So it's Terence Hutchinson, then?
He'd be my choice, Ted, yeah.
Right, but we start off with him.
If you can find him. What sort of age is he?
Well, his early 20s, medium height.
Yeah? Any other distinguishing features other than his doodah?
Well, nobody seems to have noticed. No. But he has done 2 in 6 hours. One last night and one an hour ago. Both times the cashiers were girls.
Yeah. And he just walks in with his gun, does he?
Well, it just appears, yeah. Look, the second time it was definitely a replica.
Yeah? Small amounts?
Well, just what's in the till, 50 quid or so.
Well, most of our recidivists are out of circulation at the moment, as you probably know. But Robin Kitchen, now, he's about the right age and height. The only trouble is, he's a grab and flee boy mostly, and he always wears a tracksuit too.
Well, it's easy enough to take off.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know he did an off-licence once with a toy gun? Well, we say he did. His brief told her Goodwin. Which filling stations?
There's Bloy Road and one at the end of Fellingdale.
Yeah? Well, that is Robbie's petrol, right? Why don't you give him a pull? Give him a pull.
Nine two from Sierra
9-2 receiving, over.
You all right down there, Robert? What are you up to?
Counting to 10 and thinking of my pension.
Constable Edwards. That saddle high enough?
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Good. Now, we've had our difficulties with the Porterfield estate in the past. Today, we're taking a step towards greater mutual trust and understanding. Towards more sensitive policing.
Oh, so if we see somebody out of order, we don't nick them, sir?
Use your discretion, sure, as always. Get yourselves a cup of tea.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hello, Sergeant Brown.
Joan?
Thought you'd retired.
Not yet.
Me neither.
9292 from Sierra Oscar, receiving, over.
Yeah, 9-2 receiving, over.
Sarge, you on 4-beat now?
I am indeed.
Call from Caprillo Gardens. Mrs. Hardesty at number 29. She's worried about her neighbours, elderly couple not answering the door.
Okay, June, we'll deal.
Thanks, 92.
He's on his way.
You can tell me, you know, I won't grass.
I haven't seen or heard anything for 2 days. They've got a daughter down in Chatham, but I don't think they could have gone down there. They would have let me know. And Dolly's been a bit frail lately anyhow. This is me, 29. This is them. I took the milk in case it got pinched.
Mr. Pollard? Mrs. Pollard? Mr. Pollard? Mrs. Pollard? There's a light on in there somewhere. I suppose you've got a spare key, have you?
Only when they go away. They always leave it with me then.
Is there a caretaker?
You're joking.
Well, let's break in then. Careful with the glass. Mr. Pollard! Mrs. Pollard? Mr. Pollard? Sorry to disturb you, sir. Is your wife all right, Mr. Pollard?
Get out, you stupid woman. This is our bedroom.
Shall we make your wife a bit more comfortable, sir?
No. She's fine where she is.
the divisional surgeon and a mortuary van, yeah? And tell them to come to number 29 first, right? I don't want them just tramping in.
I've got that, Sarge.
Right, Mrs. Hardisty, you might as well go and sit down. No more you can do. And thanks for your help.
Mr. Pollard? Cup of tea, Mr. Pollard. Yeah?
You're Sergeant Cryer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, saw you once down the station. Dolly lost her purse.
Did you get it back? How long were you married, Mr. Pollard?
We still are married.
Sorry. How long have you been married?
60 years.
Must have seen some good times together, eh?
I'm not letting her go without me. We always said we'd wait for each other.
You know what? I think that dentist has filled the wrong bloody tooth.
Sierra Oscar 5, Sierra Oscar 5 from Sierra Oscar.
5 receiving, over.
Sierra Oscar 5, call just received from the Giles Corner service station.
Not another one?
Naked suspect still on the scene, Oscar 5. The area car has been called, but if you're adjacent...
Yeah, we're on our way to Kinchin's house.
Who are you?
Police officer.
Well, there's his pop-pop.
Gone, has he?
As he ill. He's in here.
Well, I don't know what you expect me to do about it, Roy.
Basically, sir, kick up a stink. If all the chief suitors in the Met would have put pen to paper about the Crown Prosecution Service...
Nothing would happen. Morning, Ted.
Any luck with Hutchinson?
No, not a trace.
No, never mind. You've got 2 burglaries and a GBH upstairs.
Shouldn't you two be on your way?
Come on, man, there's nobody around.
Daisy, Daisy, I'm crazy for the love.
Extension 2962, please. Superintendent Chivers. It's Brian Kite here, says Sun Hill. I've got the samples. Shall I arrange delivery or will you send somebody? The mud, sir. The canister of highly toxic waste lost in the Thames. I was personally tasked because of the secrecy. I had a message through the CAD room and the letter. I see. Well, sorry to have troubled you, sir. Yeah, goodbye.
Mr. Mayor, Councillor Bradley, ladies and gentlemen, it's taken a lot of hard work to achieve what we're achieving here today. The initiatives to decrease crime and enhance the quality of life on the Porterfield estate have been a joint effort. And I'm only sorry that Harry Bracewell, the police community liaison officer, who's done so much to forge this new understanding partnership, cannot be with us today. But in his absence, I would now like to plant this symbolic partnership tree.
Here you are, sir.
Thank you. Its roots, deep in the earth we all tread. Its branches spread to the sun that gives us all life. A symbol of shared experience.
On his face.
Oh, you are.
Smile
Sit down, you little
These are from SO3, sir.
SO3?
The yard, sir.
Thank you. Cheers. That all seemed to go very well, sir. Especially the bit with the bikes. And your speech, of course.
Come on, let's go.
Easy.
No!
No, easy, mate.
No!
Easy, easy. Easy. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. She's all right. She's all right. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
He's got a really terrific one. He's like this, right? hang on a minute. Control Sun Hill. Yeah, sorry? Oh yes, hold on a sec, will you, please? June, it's for you, like.
Yeah, go on. It's Ciara for me.
Hello?
I'm sorry for it. He's got his gloves on like this. It's magic.
Well, when you say deteriorate...
Everyone's going to want copies. I mean, net-wide distribution at the very least. Just tell me that. That's what, oh, yeah, I feel really drained. I think this is the most risky one I've ever done. Well...
Are you trying to tell me he's dead? Yes. Yes, I'll come along straight away. Thank you.
Look, a wind-up by the lads is one thing, Alec, but once a sergeant starts to undermine the authority of a senior officer...
well, we thought you might be a bit po-faced about it. That's why we never bothered to tell you.
Po-faced, yeah. Crusty old Uncle Bob. Well, as it happens, Alec, I agree with you. The man's a prat. But unlike you and me, he is young enough and clever enough to change. What about June?
June?
Well, I gave it to you to look after for the day, didn't I?
Oh, she had a phone call from the hospital just before 2, yeah.
And?
Don't know exactly. I was talking to Tom.
Cheers, Alec. But she was glad of your care and attention, wasn't she?
Constabulary duties to be done, to be done. Come in. A policeman's marching.
Yes, Sergeant.
Keeping your head down till the relief's all gone, sir?
Come to gloat, have you?
Actually, I wasn't in on it, sir.
Nevertheless, enjoy it. No doubt everyone else will.
Well, I dare say there are some people who think you had your coming, sir. Doesn't mean I find it funny.
I appreciate your frankness, Sergeant, and your magnanimity. I overstepped the mark in our little chat this morning. I apologize. But as for the rest, I'm afraid they'll find that being unpopular, being the butt of practical jokes, which take up vast amounts of police time and resources, will in no way deflect me from doing my job.
Well, I wish you luck then, sir. And with your singing.
Don't tell me you're a Gilbert and Sullivan fan.
No, sir, I prefer Verdi, something with a bit more balls.